All right, so I did volcanoes' effect on climate. So, what volcanoes release? They release a bunch of different things, but mainly four different things: lava, ash, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide. These materials go into the air, especially during big eruptions. The bigger the eruption, the higher into the atmosphere that these gases go, which is very important to know for climate effects. So, effects that it has on the climate. First, ash and particles could block sunlight. So less sunlight reaches Earth. This could cause temperatures to drop and lead to cooling. Volcanoes can also change weather patterns, like rainfall. So one place might get a lot of rain and one place might get no rain, which could be bad for a lot of different things like farming and stuff like that. Um, so effect on humans. Volcanoes don't just affect nature, they also affect people. The ash and gases can affect air pollution, which could be very toxic to breathe, and overall would just be like a low, poor quality of air. Um, they could also damage crops, which limits food supply. Sometimes volcanoes can cause water shortages, or delay flights because of the ash clouds that are in the air. So a real world example, Mount Pinatubo. This eruption happened in 1991 in the Philippines, and basically it cooled the earth for 1 to 2 years. Um, there was a huge sulfur dioxide release, and ash spread globally, and basically one eruption affected the whole planet, which is crazy to think about because it cooled the earth for 1 to 2 years. How we could reduce damage. So scientists are trying to reduce the impact of volcanoes through things like satellite tracking systems. Um, they use satellites to track gases and see when eruptions happen. And also some things that we could do are like types of different types of warning systems, like an alert or something like so we know when the volcanic eruptions are happening, and emergency planning just so everybody's very well prepared. So my interactive question, which volcanic impact do you think is the most serious? Climate cooling, air pollution, crop damage, or flight distributions? No, wait a second so you guys could answer. Or pause the video or whatever. Um, so personally, wait, do you have your answer yet? Okay. Personally, I think it's climate cooling because it affects the whole world. Um, it changes temperature, uh, rainfall, and could hurt farming in many different places. So, yeah, that's what I think. But there's no right or wrong answer. So, here are my sources. Thank you very much.